then only water is going to. Another factor that is important is air movement. Now air movement क्यों चाहिए? Because when the water is evaporating from the product, it needs to be taken away, or new water will not evaporate from the product. Therefore, air movement is important. To continuous, you have to sweep out the moisture that is coming out of the product. And another factor that is again a property of air that we all know is relative humidity. Relative humidity is the capacity of air to take up the water. If the air is humid, it will not take up any water. If the air is pretty much dry, it will take up the water from the product and dry our product. Now these are the factors that are affecting drying process as an evaporation process.
ओके
Also,
तो जब भी शुभम कह रहे थे कि एक मिनट में हिंदी में बताता हूँ कि टेम्परेचर, हवा का जो मूवमेंट है, एयर मूवमेंट, और जो बाहर का जो भी एनवायरनमेंट है, जो रिलेटिव ह्यूमिडिटी है, तो इन तीनों जो फैक्टर्स है वो अफेक्ट करते हैं हमारे ड्राइंग प्रोसेस के ऊपर. शुभम, गो अहेड.
एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव टू सी कि क्या क्या और इवेपोरेट होता है. सिर्फ पानी नहीं इवेपोरेट होता है. देयर आर आल्सो फ्रेग्रेंट ऑयल्स, essential oils, and some vitamins that are going to evaporate along with water. And then the most important question is, what do we need to preserve? Like if we want to preserve vitamins, we have to change our drying process in that way. These are the factors that are very important for drying.
तो हम किस चीज को ड्राई कर रहे हैं वो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. तो क्योंकि ड्राई के साथ में सिर्फ पानी नहीं बाहर जाता है, कभी कभी उसके साथ में फ्रेगनेंस भी है, उसमें जो ऑयल होगा वो निकल जाएगा, विटामिन निकल जाएंगे. तो हमें जिस द आइटम विच वी वांट टू प्रिजर्व, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन सिलेक्टिंग द ड्राइंग प्रोसेस. हम उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. तो शुभम, मैं थोड़ा हम इसमें जल्दी से प्रेजेंटेशन पे जाएंगे और बाद में, क्योंकि हम डिस्कशन चाहते हैं स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर. तो शुभम, मुझे एक बताइए आप कि विच आर द फैक्टर ऑन विच द सिलेक्शन ऑफ द ड्रायर डिपेंड्स. जैसे अभी आप विटामिन की बात करें तो सो विच आर द फैक्टर्स कि जो हम ड्रायर सिलेक्ट करने के लिए हमें देखने पड़ते हैं.
Basically, सबसे important factor, the most important factor is what is the raw material that you are going to preserve. Like आप fruits dry कर रहे हो या vegetable dry कर रहे हो, और depending on that कि उसका cost क्या होता है market में available, raw material का cost. Like onions can be as high as 70 rupees a kg and as low as 2 rupees and 1 rupees a kg, as we have experienced. Mangoes हमेशा महंगे होते हैं. तो what do we want to dry is very cost of the raw material, and फिर वो जो ड्राई करने के बाद उसका वैल्यू मिलता है, रिटर्न मिलता है, वो भी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर द सिलेक्शन ऑफ अ ड्राइंग मेथड. अगेन द सेकंड पैरामीटर इज द वाटर कंटेंट. Like if you are drying moringa leaves, or if you are drying cucumber, in the sense the cucumber contains 90% water, so you are removing a lot of water from that present. But cucumber does not contain any essential oils, so you can select a drying process according to it. Difference is if you are drying onion doesn't get dry, it has 80% of water. Again, if you are drying moringa leaves, it has 60% of water content. And then you have to select according to the water content of the material. Again, the heat sensitivity of product यहाँ पे slide में एक जगह पे लिखा हुआ है. That means that whatever your food contains it, पिछले slide में जो question था, what do you want to preserve? Onion doesn't contain any vital oils or essential oils जो evaporate होने वाले. We don't need it. So we can dry onion at a very high temperature and very high flow rates. Okay. And then if we dry on moringa leaves, so moringa leaves contain some vitamins. So if we dry moringa at low temperature and low airflow, then we can retain the moisture. We can retain the vitamins in the moringa leaves also. Again, there are some like tulsi leaves we are going to dry. So tulsi leaves contains high amount of essential oils and high vitamins. So you need to dry them at very low temperature so we can preserve the essential oils from them. So what type of product also the quantity of the product to be dried is very important. Like if you are drying grapes, you need to dry it in tons because grapes are produced in tons. Again, vegetables and domestic products can be dried on the small scale also. Again, the fourth factor is that what is the investment capacity, because there are many options available for the process of drying, like the process of water removal. Industrial machines are available, and up to a basic solar DIY kits are also available for drying process. So depending on investment capacity, you can have select the appropriate drying methods.
थैंक यू शुभम। तो शुभम ने हमें बताया कि जो ड्रायर सिलेक्शन करने के लिए हमें चार चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है। एक तो उसका प्राइस कितना है बाजार में, एंड एट व्हाट प्राइस इट इज गोइंग टू सेल आफ्टर बेसिकली आफ्टर यू ड्राई देम। उस फूड आइटम में व्हाट इज द वाटर कंटेंट अवेलेबल, वो कितना हीट सेंसिटिव है, उसमें से जो भी इसेंशियल ऑयल है या कोई फ्रेगनेंस है या कोई विटामिन है वो कितने हीट सेंसिटिव है कि अगर उसको हीट करेंगे तो वो इवेपोरेट हो जाएंगे। तो हमें अगर ऐसी चीज है जैसे मुरिंगा का, तुलसी का उन्होंने बात किया कि तुलसी अगर ड्राई करनी है तो हमें लो टेम्परेचर के ऊपर ही उसको ड्राई करना पड़ता है, नहीं तो उसमें से जो इसेंशियल ऑयल है वो सब इवेपोरेट हो जाएंगे। आप कितनी क्वांटिटी में ड्राई करना चाहते हो दैट इज ऑल्सो अफेक्ट्स द सिलेक्शन ऑफ द ड्रायर। और आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट कैपेसिटी कितनी है, आपका मार्केटिंग नेटवर्क कितना बड़ा है, तो वो भी अफेक्ट करता है आपके ड्रायर के सिलेक्शन के ऊपर। तो शुभम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इसके रिलेटेड कि फिर क्या क्या टाइप्स के ड्रायर होते हैं, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ड्रायर्स, कैन यू टेल अस?
So basically, dryers can be classified on basis of energy that is used. That is either they are energy is used inside them, or electrical energy or other biomass fuel is used inside them. Other category is on the basis of mode of operation. Like there are batch type dryer, you just load the machine and it will continuously do process on one batch and finish the process, and then you have to load another batch. And another one is continuous system, like there is a type of conveyor belt and you can feed the material from one end and you can continuously get dry material from the other end. And further, there are some non-conventional methods. The above are the only industrial methods and conventional methods. Non-conventional methods are microwave drying, freeze drying, dehumidifiers, and vacuum drying. All these are non-conventional because these are new technologies and very high in cost and used very in a small amount in the industry also.
ओके, ठीक है। तो अभी ये शुभम कह रहे हैं कि ये जो टाइप्स ऑफ ड्रायर है, एक तो एनर्जी सोर्स कौन सा है इसके ऊपर डिपेंड होता है, जैसे सोलर है, बायोमास बेस्ड ड्रायर है, इलेक्ट्रिक ड्रायर है। दूसरा जो उसका ड्रायर के टाइप्स है उसमें होता है कि आप किस तरह से उसका प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हो, बैच में कर रहे हो या आप कंटिन्यूअस प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हो। और अभी इंडस्ट्री में आपकी कुछ स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए नॉन कन्वेंशनल ड्राइंग मेथड्स हैं, जैसे माइक्रोवेव ड्राइंग है, फ्रीज ड्राइंग है, ड्यूमिडिफायर ड्रायर है। तो ये अलग अलग ड्रायर के टाइप्स हैं जो इंडस्ट्री में यूज किए जाते हैं कि हमें अच्छी ड्राइंग क्वालिटी मिलने के लिए। शुभम, देन अगेन क्वेश्चन बेसिकली व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम बेसिकली, लाइक ये सब करने की से why we want to do all these things when the sun drying is the best option. Sun drying we are doing it for the traditionally since long time, so why not to go for a conventional drying method, sun drying? What is the problem?
सन ड्राइंग इज द वन, लाइक हम लोग बहुत पहले से कर रहे हैं, इट्स आवर ट्रेडिशन टू डू सन ड्राइंग। हर कोई अपने घर के छत के ऊपर पापड़ ये करता है, बट द पोल्यूशन ऑल्सो हैज इंक्रीज एंड द एनवायरमेंट अराउंड हियर इज नॉट द सेम एज आवर ओल्ड ट्रेडिशंस. Like there is dust present in the air, there is pollution particles present in air. Also there are some contaminants like germs are there which can settle on your food product when they in the process of sun drying. It is very easy to do it. You एक चद्दर बिठा दो, उसके ऊपर प्रोडक्ट बिछा दो तो वो ड्राई हो जाएगा exposed to sun. Also it is very time prone, like you can dry only things during the daytime. Like there is no control over the process. Like when the जब सन उगेगा तभी आपका ड्राइंग प्रोसेस शुरू होगा, और जब सन ये हो जाएगा तो ड्राइंग प्रोसेस खत्म भी हो जाएगा ऐसे।
ओके, गुड। तो कैन यू एक्सप्लेन अस अबाउट द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द सोलर ड्रायर?
हाँ, solar dryer is like we can classify it as an indirect method of drying, जहाँ पे the product is not directly exposed to the solar energy. In this we use some machinery, like image on your slide यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं, there is a flat plate collector there. Now what is a flat plate collector? It is a device that captures energy from the sun and increase the temperature of air that is flowing. And in physics we say that when the air gets hot, it goes upwards. So all the hot air moves upwards, and at the outlet of this air there is trays in which we keep our products. Okay, so this hot air gets passing through the products and takes away the moisture from the product and is discharged out of the product. In such way the drying process. In all this process, the product is not exposed to directly to the sunlight. Also it is exposed to the hot air and not to the phenol. It also protects, like direct exposure of sun can also damage the color and all the vitamins due to the UV in the sun. So it is also protected from the UV in this method, like in solar convection dryers.
Again, one request: somebody, basically, somebody's mic is on and some bell is ringing. So please, I request them. I'm not able to identify who is the person.
It can be mine.
Okay, so just yeah, yeah. So the next, basically, Shubham, just give us the example of the dryer. You mentioned about the conventional solar conventional dryer. So just give us the example.
Basically, in the group of all the NGOs, there are many things have been developed. Like there is an RT solar dryer, which is a pyramid shape, uh, and uh, and it is coated with black paper, like black paper, black plastic paper, which the black color attracts heat, and all the air inside gets heat up. And when the air gets heat up, it moves upwards, and the air from the bottom gets inside, and from the top it is exhausted.
Okay.
In this passage, the trays are present. Where the product
काफी सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के लिए इस तरह के ड्रायर जो डू इट योरसेल्फ होते हैं, बाम्बू से बनाए हुए होते हैं, वो यूज होता है, जिसमें प्लास्टिक कवरिंग डाला होता है ब्लैक कलर का कि हीट उसमें ट्रैप हो जाए, और बायोमास ट्रेज में रखा जाता है. वो फूड ग्रेड मटेरियल के ट्रेज अगर होंगे तो उसमें हम रख सकते हैं, और फिर उससे ड्राइंग होता है. गो एट शुभम.
Yes, and also there is another product that is available in the market that is made from Science for Society. It is a flat plate collector type dryer, and you just load there's a type of drawer inside it, and you keep the product in and keep it in the sun. It is also a natural convection dryer. The cost is mentioned in the slide, like it is 45,000 INR, and the capacity is almost 5 to 20 kgs.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, tell us other available dryers, this BRC and the C dryer.
Also, there are different organizations that have been developed. BRC has developed a cabinet dryer where they use forced convection, like they use fans for air movement, and they have a box that inside which they keep the trays and on which the food is located. And it is also a pretty much low moderate cost food, and it is specifically designed for processed food and also vegetables around, and it costs up to 25,000 INR. Again, furthermore, Seed Hyderabad has developed, and they are selling it in the market. They call it SDM 100, and they have a series of SDM which have an initial investment of 6 lakhs to 15 lakhs. It is also suitable for vegetables and domestic goods, and this is for the bulk quantity. Yet this is again a forced convection dryer where they use fan to create the airflow and solar energy to increase the temperature.
Yeah, seed में ऐसा होता है, like you can dry basically more than 50 kg and above, basically in the bulk quantity, 50 kg, 100 kgs, 500 kgs. So you can dry in a bulk quantity. So they are commercial kind of dryers are there.
Right.
You can make a very good kind of mango bars from this kind of the bulk quantity dryers. Yeah. Yes. Good. Shubham, I also heard about these tunnel dryers. तो उसके बारे में बताइए आप.
Yes, tunnel dryer is like the very classic type of dryer where you have you erect a polyhouse like structure, but it is closed, and there are fans which just exhaust hot air, and due to the polythene paper, all the heat is going inside, and the product is not exposed to outside air. The inside temperature rises, and the exhaust air is driven out by the fan. This is for large quantity of drying, like fruits, masalas. In South India, there are many tunnel dryers that are used for drying masalas like turmeric, chili, and again black pepper, kind of very essential oil stuff. And it is very used for very bulk quantities like 100 kgs, 200 kgs of product at one time.
Okay, very good. Shubham, now next question. Actually, I not introduced the basically participant about Shubham. Shubham is the one who made the dome dryer at Vigyan Ashram. So, Shubham, tell us about your dryer and how you designed it, and what is the features of the dryer.
I am a student from Design Innovation Center in Vijnan Ashram, and this was my project for 3 years. I have been working for 3 years on this project, and the major aim was to increase the bulk capacity of dryer and also to reduce the cost. Like it should be available for the rural farmer to invest, capable to invest to in the drying process, and he can do the dry. So basically, we optimize the shape of the dryer. Like we didn't go. We studied all the shapes like dome, prism, cubes, and all the shapes that are possible for dryer. And we zeroed down on dome because it has highest surface area. So it has a minimum surface area for the given volume, and vice versa for the given surface it has the highest volume. Okay, so the basic problem in there are problems in solar dryers, cabinet dryers, or solar bulb dryers, that there was a problem of sun tracking. As the day passes along, the sun moves, and the heat capture was reduced with the angle of the sun. But so the dome shape help us to capture the sunlight from all the direction, irrespective to your positions and all. And then we placed inside there are trays, and on which the product, you can see the image how the product is kept on. Then the dome is kept on the product as a lid, and there is a fan on the top of the dome which is powered by solar panels, which draws hot air outside. The principle is same, just we have optimized the shape so we can increase the capacity of the dryer. Now the dome which you are seeing in image is just 1.2 meters square by 1.2 meters square. Like it is diameter is 1.2 meters square, and its capacity is 20 to 20 kg depending on the product. And I managed to develop it in very low cost, like 25,000. It is manufacturing cost including labor cost of it.
Okay, good. And it also work basically for the pomegranate and for अनारदाना के लिए भी अच्छा है, पुदीना अच्छा उसमें ड्राई होता है. बेसिकली शुभम कह रहे थे कि ये डोम ड्रायर का जो शेप है वो उन्होंने ऐसा बनाया हुआ है कि जिससे उसका जो एरिया है जो एक्सपोज टू सन है वो हमेशा यूनिफॉर्म रहता है और आपको यूनिफॉर्म ड्राइंग मिलता है. और ये डोम का जो डिजाइन इस तरह से बनाया गया है कि उसमें से जो हॉट एयर सर्कुलेट होती है वो यूनिफॉर्म हीट वो बायोमास को मिले, इसका वो उसका ख्याल रखा जाता है, बिकॉज दिस द एयर फ्लो, हॉट एयर फ्लो इनसाइड दिस डोम ड्रायर. गुड, yeah, thank you, Shubham. Now I want to introduce you with my other colleague, Pramod. Pramod, are you there? Pramod?
Yes, sir. I think
Okay.
had some connectivity issue.
Okay, good. So, Ranjit, you tell us me about what kind of product Pramod makes.
Yeah. So hi everyone. This is Ranjit, and I know Pramod Pansare from last 8 years. He is our incubatee at Vigyan Ashram, and Pramod runs his food processing business called Srinath Food Products at Pabal, and he has pioneered some of very innovative products. Like he make a moringa powder fortified chicky biscuits. He also sell moringa powder, and then he has got some interesting ready mixes. Like he manufacture puran mix. So the puran Maharashtra में puran poli काफी famous है, और puran banana, the stuffing inside the roti is kind of tedious process. So Pramod has pioneered in a puran mix, ready mix powder. And then Pramod has got his processing unit at Pabal, and he's using solar drying in combination with electrical cabinet dryer. I think his investment is around 5 lakhs rupees, sir.
Ranjit, ये when Pramod uses the solar dryer और कब वो इलेक्ट्रिक ड्रायर यूज करते हैं, आप उसके बारे में बताएंगे क्या? When आप वो सोलर ड्रायर कब यूज करना है और कब वो इलेक्ट्रिक ड्रायर यूज करते हैं, किस चीज के लिए?
Yeah, so Pramod basically uses solar drying. He's using a kind of tunnel dryer and Aarti kind of dryer, a shade dryer. Basically, जब वो मोरिंगा पाउडर ड्राई करते हैं और वेजिटेबल्स ड्राई करते हैं, then he preferred to have a solar dryer to keep the price low. And as Shubham said, it doesn't affect quality on a large scale with a solar dryer. But he dry puran or any ready mixes or kind of cooked food. Puran is kind of cooked food, semi-cooked food, where he need a continuous heat and a continuous process of drying. Then he goes for a electrical cabinet drying.
ओके तो पुराण मिक्स के लिए यू नीड टू हैव इलेक्ट्रिकल पुराण मिक्स सोलर नहीं कर सकते
एक्चुअली प्रमोद प्राइमरी प्रोसेसिंग पूरन मिक्स का भी सोलर ड्रायर के ऊपर करते हैं लेकिन टू हैव एश्योर क्वालिटी एंड इवन ड्राइंग he has to use electrical cabinet dryer, so it's a combination again.
Okay, good. Okay, abhi hum so we'll stop here with the Pramod. Basically he is not there, so hopefully he will be join us for a discussion. I also want to go to our another panelist, Kadam sir, are you there? GR Kadam, Anandgana Industries. Kadam?
Hello, Yogesh sir, please unmute Kadam sir.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me do it.
It's not by his name, he is by Vivo. I think his ID name.
Okay, I will just check.
Vivo 18 something letters are there.
Sorry for this. No, I'm not able to. How to unmute all? Is it possible?
I have unmuted all. Who would you like to? Who wants to speak? Sorry.
Vivo. Yeah, Kadam. Are you there?
I'm there.
Yeah, good. Okay, thank you for joining us.
What's your what is your ID actually on the phone on webinar?
No.
ID same.
Vivo 18 something is
Vivo
there.
18 something.
Okay, wait. I will mute everybody, but just keep you unmuted. You can unmute yourself, sir.
You don't know how to unmute.
अच्छा ठीक है बोलिए फिर आई हैव अनम्यूटेड एवरीबॉडी जो भी नहीं बात कर रहे हैं प्लीज आपका फोन म्यूट करिए
You can hear me? Hello.
यस यस
Yes, Kadam.
407 D5.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
या प्लीज गो अहेड
Only Kadam and myself basically let bit on. Everybody else please mute themselves.
हेलो सर कैन एवरीबॉडी प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ आपका बहुत आवाज आ रहा है जिन्होंने म्यूट नहीं किया है प्लीज म्यूट करिए आपका फोन अगर सिर्फ स्पीकर को अनम्यूट करना है बाकी सबको म्यूट करके रखिए प्लीज
Okay, ठीक है कदम सर वेलकम थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग थोड़ा सा आप हमें बताइए लाइक व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट यू मेक
Can you hear me?
इंडस्ट्री में
यस वी कैन हियर यू
आप कौन से तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स आप बनाते हैं
See, we are making basically vegetables and fruits. In vegetables, we are making spinach, then corianders, green chili, then beetroot, then fenugreek. See, total we are making 43 products, which include the vegetable and fruits also.
Okay. तो वेजिटेबल और फ्रूट्स इंक्लूड करके ये 44 तरह के अलग अलग प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं
Yes.
ओके गुड एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ड्रायर्स यू आर यूजिंग
See, we are using dryers in two process. One process is pre-drying. For pre-drying, we are using the domes presently, and final drying we are using our micro technology dryer.
Okay. So basically tell us about your experience basically like of sourcing the raw material from the farmer. आप लोगों से कैसे मटेरियल सोर्स करते हैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए.
See, actually, we are purchasing raw material from farmer. Before that, we are checking their farms and we are checking the quality of the products. And after that quality products, we are giving the rates, final rates first. We are finalizing rate with farmer. After that, we are purchasing that material and taking our centralized process. And there we are doing this pre-drying process and after final drying. But we have one model which will come soon. That is in farm level, we are doing the pre-drying systems with the help of dome. And in that dome, there will be 70 to 80% moisture will be removed, and remaining moisture will be removed in our micro dryers. Because here they will get the benefit of farmer to value addition in their farm itself, and they will get the employment also, and we will do the quality checking and their level. For that quality checking, Pune University is helping to us for this moisture content, and they are keeping the CCTV so we can check the quality plus what is the hygienes they are maintaining farmer in their farm level. So this model is coming soon, and presently we have given the 2 domes to different farmers, and from that we are taking the lemon slice and some spinach.
ओके कदम सर बेसिकली वो बता रहे थे कि उनका अभी जो प्रयास है कि वो किसानों के यहाँ प्री ड्राइंग करके माल उनसे उठाएं किसानों से और फिर उसका जो फाइनल ड्राइंग है वो उनके इंडस्ट्री में माइक्रो जो उनका माइक्रोवेव ड्रायर है उसमें करें कि उससे उनको अच्छी क्वालिटी मिल सकती है जो फाइनल प्रोडक्ट की. कदम सर मुझे एक आपको क्वेश्चन पूछना है कि is really this drying business का डिमांड कितना है, कितना is there is any market for this?
See, drying business is just coming up right now. This technology already old technology, but right now people don't have time to do the all this segregation and all. So they are right now preparing the drying products. Basically, in that drying, some people having some contents, whether this content is lost or not. But today they found that the content is also getting same, which is a very concentrated than the fresh vegetables. So this technology, drying process, drying products will big market in India and also the foreign countries. India, there is a lot of health issues for people, so it is basically used in medicine, pharma lines, and some military area. Then governments, they can make the different chickies, they can make the different cakes and different products they can make. They will use. This is the big market in India. Even though in our product we are very small quantity right now making. So this is we are unable to deliver the products to people. So it is a big opportunity for drying in future, and also present situation.
आप किसानों से खरीदना चाहते हैं माल, अगर हम आपको भेजे तो आप खरीदना चाहते हैं, यू हैव द नीड फॉर दैट. अगर हम प्राइमरी प्रोड्यूसर प्रोसेस हम करेंगे किसानों से तो आप खरीद पाएंगे.
यस, हमारा वही मॉडल है. हम लोग फार्मर प्राइमरी प्रोसेस फार्मर से करके उनको वैल्यू एडिशन देना चाहते हैं, ताकि उसके पीछे हमारा वन सोशल कॉज है. One cause is when this product farmer itself, they are having a lot of big quantity. Suppose spinach is there, so they are having big quantity, and that time we cannot process alone every farmers. If they are doing pre-drying in there itself, so we can process farmers at a time, because there is a content less, water content less in our process.
ओके तो अभी जो आप जो फोटो में आप देख रहे हैं, जो बड़ा डोम दिख रहा है पीछे, वो उनका सेंट्रलाइज ड्राइंग फैसिलिटी है. जो फार्मर से जो मटेरियल आता है वो वहां, और जो छोटा ड्रायर है वो किसानों के पास होता है. तो थैंक यू कदम सर। मैं आपके ड्राइंग फैसिलिटी में है, हम आपका ड्रायर भी देखना चाहेंगे लेकिन वीडियो में, लेकिन हम थोड़ा बाद में देखते हैं। विल फर्स्ट फिनिश ऑफ द थिंग्स और फिर आपके
Yes.
सवाल होंगे हमारे और हम आपसे तो basically what Mr. Kadam was talking to us about the a hybrid model where basically the primary drying, solar drying is done at farmer's place, and it is transported basically after pre-drying to the factory, to the Anangana industry, and there basically he used a secondary drying for the quality, and then he do a marketing, the branding of this product. So I just want to again go back to Shubham. Can you unmute Shubham? Shubham, are you there? Just unmute Shubham.
Yeah.
Shubham,
please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Shubham, I want to know from you about the other kind of electric dryers basically, which Mr. Kadam was talking about, and even the Srinath Pramod Pansare, he is also using for his drying of his Puran mix. So can you tell us about this electrical dryer, different type of electrical dryers?
Basically, Kadam sir described something about a hybrid model, and what is an hybrid model is in the process of drying, there are 2 or 3 stages of moisture. That first is the surface moisture, which is very high in quantity. Another is the moderate moisture, which is certainly deep inside the, and then third stage is the core moisture. You can also categorize it in 2 steps, that core moisture and surface moisture. But in the initial phase of drying process, there is lots of moisture that is going to be removed at the point, and that consumes a lots of energy. This cost of energy is very high, and here where solar drying is very affordable because energy is available in cheap, and the moisture removal rate can be uncontrollable, and in the first stage we can reduce the moisture in the primary drying or pre-drying up to 20% to 30%. And now the second stage, like the secondary drying, is can be done into the advanced and non-conventional processes like electrical heating dryer, dehumidified dryers, microwave dryers, or vacuum freeze dryers. Here, when the moisture content in the product is already now less, you can use less energy to remove it by using non-conventional, which reduces the total cost of the process.
Okay. So this is a cabinet dryer, this one.
Yeah, now it's a very classical process of industrial drying where there is a cabinet and hot air that is supplied to the cabinet through holes around the trays, and this hot air is generated using heaters. Also, sometimes they can use biomass for that. It is basically designed to operate in batch process and a very high quantity like 50 kgs and above.
Okay. And what is that about the heat pump dryer? You mentioned about that.
Heat pump dryer is a modern technique where dry air is used, and dry air is generated with the help of an refrigeration circuit. If you know, there is a condenser and there is an evaporator, and when the air is chilled at 4 degrees Celsius, it loses all its water inside it. The water inside gets condensed and drops out. Now this dry air is again heated up with the help of the condenser, which is high in temperature, and this dry air and is passed through the drying chamber, and the further moisture removal is done by the help of dryer. In this process, temperature control is very highly available, and it is suitable for heat sensitive products like fragrant leaves, tea leaves, and other products where you also want to retain color. And it is also very low. The initial capital investment is very high, but the operating cost is very low of this method.
तो जहां आपको आपका एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस का आपको कलर भी बचा के रखना है, बहुत हीट सेंसिटिव एंड कलर सेंसिटिव मटेरियल है, तब आप हीट पंप ड्राइंग यूज करते हैं, जिसमें जो बाहर की हवा होती है उसमें जो भी मॉइस्चर है वो पहले कंडेंसेशन प्रोसेस से निकाल लिया जाता है। तो लो टेम्परेचर से वो एयर पहले जाती है, उसका पूरा वहां उसमें जो पानी है एयर में ह्यूमिडिटी है वो सब पहले निकाल दी जाती है, and then the dry air is passed through, it's heated, and then it is passed through the drying chamber. So ये heat pump drying है. Now Shubham,
just a quick this thing, I think this might be answering Dr. John's question about fishery and Anirban's question on tea leaves probably, है ना? Is that right?
Yeah.
Because
वो बात करेंगे, हम बाद में बात करेंगे. तो एक बार पूरा once we open everything up and then we can take a question basically because yeah, because then voice का और discussion का problem आ जाएगा नहीं तो unmute mute का. So Shubham, tell us about who are the manufacturers, where are they, what is the cost in the heat pump dryer?
Like I've mentioned in the presentation, there is an industry in Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad area called Agroripe Private Limited who manufacture these dryers. These are specifically manufactured for fish and fruit bars. Again, Vigyan Ashram Pabal is also into manufacturing of heat pump dryers, and we also make sure the initial investment cost is starting from 2.5 lakhs, and depending on your capacity, it will increase.
Okay, good. So we saw the cabinet convention, the dryers, electric dryers, where the only hot air is passed through a biomass. And we discuss about this heat pump dryer. Now, Shubham, tell us about this desiccant based food drying. ये क्या होता है? Desiccant based.
Desiccant based food drying is also something that I worked on. It is a very new and very rare kind of where desiccants like silica gel or deliquescents like calcium chloride, silica gel, molecular sieves are used to dry the air. Now, when the air passes through silica gel or molecular sieve, all the moisture gets trapped inside it. And whatever we get outside is called dry air. Same process. The dry air is then supplied to the drying chamber and the dry air takes away moisture. This process is also suitable for low temperature drying and for heat sensitive products.
Okay. So basically heat pump dryer में आप रेफ्रिजरेटर यूज करते हैं और जो एक्स्ट्रा हवा में जो मॉइस्चर होता है वो निकालने के लिए. In the desiccant based dryer, you use the desiccant like silica gel, calcium chloride to absorb the moisture और हमें ड्रायर हम आगे भेज सकते हैं जिसको हम हीट करके we can use it in the drying chamber.
Drying chamber, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now Shubham, next again, what is this about vacuum freeze drying? ये भी नाम सुना हुआ है हमने, आप उसके बारे में बताइए.
This is also a very industrial process. It has been like very well established process of vacuum freeze drying. The only drawback is very high initial investment cost and very high running cost. Because in this is the foolproof system of drying, because you can retain maximum amount of nutrients, vital nutrients inside, because you actually dry the product at -4 degrees Celsius, -20 degrees Celsius like stuff, where the food product is chilled and the water inside the food product is freezed, and then it is subjected to vacuum, where the water directly sublimes and evaporates. It does not get into water, like from ice to directly to steam. In this process, the essential oils, the vitamins, colors, textures are very much retained because the water is evaporating at very low temperature, and the food is not even subjected to any kind of heat.
तो ये कह रहे हैं कि ये जो फ्रीज ड्राइंग होता है ये सबसे बढ़िया तरीका है फूड को प्रिजर्व करने का. उसमें कलर, विटामिन, इसेंशियल ऑयल सब कुछ रिटेन कर सकते हैं हम. ओनली थिंग बेसिकली उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट बहुत ज्यादा है. ये -0 डिग्री से भी कम टेम्परेचर में उसको फ्रीज करता है. तो फ्रीज होने के बाद में जो अंदर का पानी है वो इवेपोरेट हो जाता है. लो टेम्परेचर के ऊपर, लो प्रेशर में वो इवेपोरेट हो जाता है और फिर हमें सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट मिलता है, बट उसका कॉस्ट बहुत ज्यादा है. गुड. शुभम, थोड़ा हमें माइक्रोवेव ड्रायर के बारे में बताइए जो एक कदम सर यूज कर रहे हैं.
Microwave dryer is also a very modern technique. Now everybody has microwave oven, but the principle is that you in a microwave only water inside the product is heated and nothing else. कुछ और heat नहीं होता microwave के अंदर, because the microwave energy is only can only see water molecules. It cannot see anything else, and it goes and hits water molecule and heats it up. Now the application of this in drying is small amount of microwave energy. If it is supplied in a specific pattern on a substrate, it can evaporate water, and all the else stuff like vitamins, natural oils, colors can be retained in itself. Now the advantage of this process is that it can be done at room temperature also, like any temperature it can be done depending on. So you have very high process capacity. Also the operating cost of only microwave drying is very less compared to freeze drying and other drying. because the energy that you use is only for evaporation of water, and the wastage is very less.
Okay. So, okay, you are only breaking that molecule. You are not completely heating or drying that product, basically,
Yes.
treating that product. Okay.
Yes.
Good. तो ये माइक्रोवेव ड्रायर है जो आनंदना इंडस्ट्री यूज करती है फॉर सेकेंडरी में हमारा कलर भी वैसा रहे और हमें वो विटामिन भी प्रोडक्ट में रिटेन रहे. तो ये माइक्रोवेव ड्राइंग है. तो अभी हमने अलग अलग टाइप्स के ड्रायर्स देखे और हमने उसके बारे में देखा लाइक क्या क्या एप्लीकेशन हो सकते हैं. तो अभी आई वांट बेसिकली टेक सम टाइम बेसिकली फॉर लाइक there must be like many questions. I have not gone through it, but Bhakti, can you tell us the questions if anybody of you or anybody can ask us a question, so we can answer the questions to me, to Ranjit, to Shubham, to Kadam sir. So if you can ask the questions, we can try to give the answer immediately.
Yeah, Yogesh ji.
हाँ, नमस्ते सुनील जी, बताइए.
Namaskar, namaskar. No, I am just watching what is different kind of dryers are there. Actually, what you see, we have this IHBT. They are working with one of the project for mountain areas. Okay. So what they are having, they are doing the vacuum dryer. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we are listening. Yeah, please.
So I was just thinking whether investment cost is very high for vacuum dryer.
Okay.
But product is also very fine with all nutritive and food values. That's what we have seen there in the IHBT.
Yes.
Can we think of how we can design something cost effective so at the field location such facilities can be created?
Yeah. No, I think we need to look into the product and then product specific adaptation. There was one question from the Northeast. Somebody was there, and he also wanted something for the for this kind of drying basically in the Northeast area.
Because they have shown us this, for apple chips they are drying. It is the same quality.
Yeah.
It is perfectly dried, and also they are using this maize, this seeds also. So they have come out with 3-4 products, and original and natural. It look natural after drying.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what they are doing, but cost is really high. That 30-40 lakhs. We can see some possibilities. I think in our settings we can explore such adaptive R&D or some downscaling can be done.
Yeah. So basically, we need to have this kind of hybrid model. Basically, like the product is very important. Which kind of product and what you want to get out of it. Basically, I think that's very important. Yeah. Good. Thank you
Hi,
for
this is
joining.
Shail Sangoi.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Hi, this is Shail Sangoi. So I wanted to know more about the dome dryers. What is the highest temperature that reaches inside in essence of heating the food? And secondly, what's the compromise on the nutrition level?
Yeah. Shubham, you want to answer this?
Yes, sir. Like the dome dryer, its surface area is well designed, and the fan that is selected on a very specific type. So the temperature inside the dome dryer or the food product temperature does not goes above 50 degrees Celsius. So when you are drying something like vegetables, like if you're drying something heat sensitive, we set up a temperature sensor and run the fan to reduce the temperature. So if you want to dry something that is very heat sensitive, you can also dry it at 30 degrees Celsius or 40 degrees Celsius, depending on the product. But the maximum temperature that can go inside a dome dryer is 50 degrees Celsius.
Good. I think Milind, he has raised his hand. Milind, you want to ask question? No? Okay. Anybody else who want to ask questions? I am seeing there are a lot of questions in the chat box.
I have a question here.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Ajit Gokhale.
Yes. Desiccants used in the desiccant type of dryer, how are they regenerated?
So there are standard process of desiccant regenerated. Like the image that is shown in the slide is called a Munter's wheel. It's a very standard used in air conditioning process, and it comes with like the desiccant is again heat. The temperature of desiccant is raised to remove moisture from itself.
Right. That also requires energy.
That also requires regeneration. But the advantage is that you can use the same desiccant over and over time again,
right,
for a long term of life.
Right. One more question.
Yes.
Is it possible to share with us before drying and after drying qualities and quantities of various fruit and vegetable products?
See, the agromass is big. If you can tell us the specific food product, then we can do that basically. Or
suppose there are jackfruits in certain areas of
okay,
Orissa.
okay, yeah. I
Those
will ask. Okay, good. Yeah. I will talk to my other our like a sister organization, Mitra Niketan in Trivandrum. They work with the jackfruit. So I will check with them and then I will reply back to you.
Sure.
Unfortunately, we don't have the jackfruit at Pabal and Vigyan Ashram. So, but they are using the jackfruit dryer. I can connect you with the Mitra Niketan, who is also a member of the STARS Forum. So we will connect you with them.
Sure, right? Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, Bhakti, please note it. I will connect both of them. Yeah.
I'll send a message accordingly.
Yeah, please. Thanks. Yeah. Anybody else who want to ask? Please unmute yourself and ask question. 4 participants has raised the hands. Chaitanya, can you unmute them? The 4 participants.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah, 4 participants. Just you to go one by one. Virendra Deshmukh and something. There is 1350. SS International. I can see.
Yeah, Yogesh, this is Shail Sangoi, SS International. So first of all, thank you for arranging this session. It has been a wonderful insight. And Shubham as well, wonderful work done on the dome dryer. Now I have a specific question. You mentioned something about pomegranate. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the nutrition quality, the performance during your research for pomegranate?
Yeah. Pomegranate, can you, Shubham, you want to speak about your experiment with the pomegranate?
Yes, pomegranate, we have been doing processing pomegranate with Anangana Industries. Our dome dryer was there for the pre-drying of the pomegranate. Like pomegranate seeds, we call them pomegranate arils. Pomegranate arils, they contain more than 90% of water inside them. And rest is all sugar, fructose and all type of sugar. So basically the primary processing of drying, like reducing the moisture from 90% to 30% is done in the dome dryer. Now here the pomegranate is not exposed directly to the light, hence the color of the pomegranate is retained at a very high quality. Now this pomegranate after that is feeded to the microwave dryer there, and the microwave dryer reduces its moisture content up to 8% or 6%, and then it is packaging. This product is used in flavoring, and Kadam sir can tell us more about the final product about it.
Ranjit, you want to say something? Can you just unmute the Ranjit also, because he had something?
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah. And then basically even the Kadam sir also.
Yeah.
So it is the same thing that Kadam sir is doing on very large scale, and that's their hot cake pomegranate powder. So as Shubham said, they're using both in a combination, primary drying and then microwave drying.
Kadam sir, can you unmute yourself and show the dryer you are using? If you can quickly show us. Kadam sir, can you show the microwave dryer which used for the pomegranate secondary drying? Vivo 18, can you unmute?
Yeah, it's already unmuted.
Mr. Kadam, just unmute yourself and just show the dryer. Somebody want to see. And meanwhile, somebody can ask a question. Next one. Two participant has raised the hand now.
See, this is the, you can see this.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Please ask.
You can't see your screen, Kadamji.
No, Kadam sir, we'll first take the questions. I think a lot of noise. So, Realme 3i, somebody is there. Can you ask your hand? Can you ask your question?
Yes, sir. My question is to hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
How to start a business through microwave drying? What is the starting process to business through microwave drying?
Yeah. No, in fact, these questions I will connect you with the Mr. Kadam. We'll share his contact detail. And Mr. Kadam is also basically like he is very open to promote other people and to help them to start their enterprises. So he will give you a support basically. Yeah. So Kadam sir, can you just show us the dryer? You unmute yourself. So you can just click on the Mr. Kadam's screen, Vivo, and I don't think he is able to show us. Yeah. Who else is asking? Somebody asking questions. 135070C2.
Yeah, I think we have a question from Mr. Gauri Prasad Patnaik, B-card from Odisha, having a question about the needs to dry mushroom.
Okay.
Question is how to dry mushroom.
Drying of the mushroom.
Yeah.
Shubham, Ranjit or Pramod, any answer for that?
Mushroom as a product is very highly in nutrients, very high in nutrients and vitamins, and it is almost 95% of water, and it dries very quickly. We tried for mushroom drying in our dome dryer in the first experiment, and it has a very high level of drying rate. The only thing that you have to protect it from light. If you give light to the mushroom, it will go blacken and your product quality will hamper. And even at low temperature, as at 35 degrees, you can dry mushrooms. But like button mushrooms and oyster mushrooms, you can dry at 35 degrees Celsius also. Just you have to avoid it from light. And it has a very high drying rate. Like in a solar dryer, in one day the mushroom gets dried up.
Right. Okay.
I'll read one more question.
Yeah. We can take one more question actually, and in fact there are so many questions in the chat box.
Yeah.
What I will suggest, request basically, like participant, like we will try to answer all these questions in a basically in text format, and we'll circulate to all basically, like all those who are participating, because so many questions are there and the time of the session is getting over. So instead of taking one by one questions, we'll take the last questions, and the questions which you put in a chat box, we will answer in a text and we will email it to all. Is it okay?
Yes, I think that will be very good. So if everybody can, if anybody is not answered have not asked the question, please type it in the chat box.
Yeah.
We will collect and do that.
Basically, those who want to basically start a business, we have a lot of business kind of queries are here basically. So those they can directly write to me and my colleague Ranjit, and we will be very much happy to help you in taking this discussion forward. Your product specific, we will help you in selection of the product specific technologies, and we will able to connect you to the right kind of a vendor for selection of the dryer and purchasing. So like as a technology based organizations, we will able to provide you that support. So please write to us. We will send you our email ID as well, so you can ask us that questions. Yeah. So last questions we'll take now. Yeah. Who was asking the questions? Chaitanya?
There are a lot of questions. So I'll just go to some of the early questions that was asked, and maybe it was may not have been entirely answered. There's one question around what's the difference between one second. What's the difference between vacuum dryer and microwave?
micro vacuum and microwave. Shubham, you want to answer?
Yes, sir. Basically, both of the systems use different kind of energy. The principle is entirely different. Like in microwave drying, you use a microwave energy to excite water inside the product, and in drying, you put the product in vacuum. So you increase the evaporation rate by changing the pressure around.
नहीं, देखिए कैसे होता है कि आप प्रेशर अगर कम करोगे तो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट कम हो जाता है. तो आप अगर प्रेशर वैक्यूम ड्राइंग में क्या होता है, जैसे आपने वैक्यूम क्रिएट किया उसका पानी का भी बॉइलिंग पॉइंट कम हो जाता है. तो ये होता है कि पानी अगर हम बहुत उसको वैक्यूम में लेके जाएंगे तो उस लो टेम्परेचर के ऊपर वो पानी बॉइल होके उसको इवेपोरेट हो जाता है. तो ये हो गया वैक्यूम ड्राइंग का प्रिंसिपल. माइक्रोवेव ड्राइंग का बताओ शुभम, आप बता रहे थे.
Like microwave drying is microwave radiation, which is only excites water molecule in the product. Like what happens in your traditional microwave oven, you keep anything like you keep anything in a glass bowl. If you keep even water and put egg inside it, only water will boil and egg will not, nothing will happen to an egg, because only water is getting heated up and evaporates at a very high rate. That's the principle.
हमारा जैसे हमारा जो माइक्रोवेव होता है जो घर में हम यूज करते हैं उसमें जो पानी है सिर्फ वो बॉईल होता है, हीट बाकी उसके जो बाउल होता है या बाकी जो चीजें हम उसमें रखते हैं उसको वो हीट नहीं होते हैं, क्योंकि सिर्फ पानी को ही एनर्जी मिलती है माइक्रोवेव हमारा जो ओवन होता है उसमें. तो सेम प्रिंसिपल है, माइक्रोवेव जो फूड के अंदर में जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स है उनको एक्साइट करता है और उनको इवेपोरेट करता है, उनकी एनर्जी बढ़ा देता है तो वो इवेपोरेट हो जाते हैं. तो ये है माइक्रोवेव ड्राइंग का प्रिंसिपल. तो ये दोनों अलग चीजें हैं.
एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन शायद, आई थिंक दिस सीम्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन.
No, but if anybody else, like if the written question is there, it's okay. If something is anybody's like something is boiling in somebody's like desperately ask करना है तो हम पूछेंगे. ऐसा में we are not in a hurry, but since we announced for 1 hour's webinar, we thought okay we will formally say it's 1 hour, but we are open for discussion, so no problem. तो कोई अगर बताना चाहता है तो बताइए, अदरवाइज विल फिर हम लेंगे. चैट बॉक्स में जो क्वेश्चन है वो तो हम आंसर करने वाले हैं सब. या चैतन्य आप पूछिए, कोई हाथ नहीं उठा रहा है तब तक आप पूछ ले सकते हैं.
ओके.
अक्षय, आर यू आस्किंग अ क्वेश्चन? नो. ओके,
I am unmuting Akshay. Is there anybody would you like to ask?
No,
Akshay?
Arvind, Kumar or something like anyway आप पूछिए. आप अक्षय पूछ रहे.
I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
हेलो.
Yes,
बताइए.
सर आपने कभी व्हाइट ऑनियन ड्राई किया है सर?
शुभम बताइए. व्हाइट ऑनियन,
white onion or pink onion कोई फर्क नहीं है. We have dried a lots of onion, like 50 to 60 kg of onion. There is no difference. Just if you dry it in sun, it will go black. You have to protect it from light. Direct sunlight exposure नहीं चलता है किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को.
Okay. Okay.
The shared question is related to white onion from Alibag. It's a different kind of onion.
हाँ, अलीबाग से है. हाँ बताइए, पूछिए आप क्या चाहिए, आपको चाहिए द क्वेश्चन बताइए.
It's a Akshay was asking for onion from Alibag, which is quite a moist place.
Yeah.
And the temperature is not high. And that onion over there has a different quality.
Yes.
White onion. As compared to what you get in Ahmednagar area.
Yeah. Yes. Right. तो उनको ड्राई करना है आपको या उसके लिए प्रोडक्ट चाहिए, क्या चाहिए? व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन और ओनली कमेंट?
At higher humidity.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Chaitanya, over to you.
Okay, so I think if there's no more questions, then we can bring this to a close. I think it has been a very useful and a lot of good participation on this webinar today. There are a lot of very interesting questions. Many of these questions are very specific. कि इस एरिया में ऐसे की चीजों के लिए वगैरह ऐसे. But I think it's very helpful to have specific questions, because then we can give specific answers and give specific guidance to all those people as well. So in response to this webinar, we will collate all these questions, get back to you with the recording of many people have joined late. some people have missed it, so we will have the recording uploaded on our YouTube channel, and all these questions will be answered. We will send the contact information of the speakers and any equipment providers also. So in case somebody wants to reach out and take the conversation ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Chaitanya, we'll get all the questions now.
Yes,
because
yes.
in the network we can. Okay.
We'll get
No
all
issue.
the questions. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, please. Then we will answer the questions and we'll take it forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Shubham. Thank you, Gitaramji Kadam from Anandana Industry. Thank you, Pramod and Ranjit for joining us. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vidana, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Shubham. Thank you, Ranjit. Thank you, Dr. Kadamji.